Thereafter, in July 2015, this is only really, as far as I can gather, a month after passing your test, you were caught using your telephone. Was that right? Why were you using your telephone whilst driving the car?
It was immaturity, Judge.
Well, it wasn't immaturity. Plenty of older people do the same thing. It was stupid, right?
Yes, Judge.
And you know, as somebody that I would have thought, and I mean this in the sense of the army and no other way, handling heavy equipment, that the reality is, and especially machinery and especially weaponry, that things can, if you don't concentrate or have full control, they can be lethal. That's especially true when you're driving a car, correct?
Yes, Judge.
Now, you were unlucky enough, because tragically plenty of people do it, to have got caught. The difference is you were a new driver. Because you're a new driver under the statutory scheme, when you're a totter, i.e. you get 6 points, you get banned if you've only been a driver for 2 years and you're under a certain age. Older people are allowed to get 12 points. At the time you acquired these points, or were about to, you would have been banned if you went to the 6-point limit, correct?
Yes, Judge.
And you researched that yourself, true?
Yes, Judge.
Very sensible thing to do. That meant you would have had a car, but no licence, correct?
Yes, Judge.
What did you decide to do as a result?
Well, I was deciding to sell the car, Judge.
How much did you pay for your bay?
6,500, Judge.
Now, when you buy a car, as you know, it's the quickest thing to depreciate in value. As soon as you drive it off the forecourt, even a brand new one, it loses an enormous amount of money. You understood that, correct?
Yes, Judge.
How much did you advertise the car for, if at all?
When I advertised it, it was around the 3,300 mark, Judge.
In that year, you drove 20,000 miles.
Yes.
Hence the depreciation in value. Why did you drive so far? Where were you going?
I was driving from work to home each week, Judge, and then obviously just going out drives with your friends as a young person does, Judge.
Were there any other problems with the car other than its mileage?
It had a couple of scrapes on it, Judge.
Of course it did. And you take 3 times to pass your driving test. I suspect your knowledge of distance and space is not quite what it wants to be, correct?
Yes,
Do you drive
Judge.
tanks?
No, Judge.
Oh, thank goodness for that. Did you advertise it anywhere before you entered into a discussion with Connor?
Yes, I advertised on Facebook and also on Gumtree, Judge.
Now, the total amount that you advertised it for was $3,600. Now, you hadn't seen Connor for a while, right? And you and Connor ended up having a discussion. Remember this, Connor?
Yes, Judge.
Here's your moment. Where was your discussion about the car?
I think it was in Patrick's room. And
At work?
aye.
Understood. Did you want a Fiesta... What's it called?
Z-Tech, Judge.
Did you want a Fiesta Z-Tech?
Yes, Judge.
Well, evidently, because you put in an offer for it. What was it about this car that you especially admired? Did you think that you could acquire it and it could become your bay?
I did, Judge, aye.
You did?
Aye.
You discussed how much you were going to pay for it.
Yes, Judge.
Was the agreement for £3,600?
It was 3,300, Judge.
You gave him £300 off.
No, Judge. What happened was I had an offer from another friend and I went to Connor with that offer, then he put the money up himself to 3,600. We had kept... so he was trying to... He wanted it that badly, Judge, that he put in a larger offer than someone else.
Connor?
Yes, Judge.
You entered into a bidding war for a bay?
I think I did, Judge, yeah.
Did you agree to £3,600?
I think it was, Judge, yeah.
Well, you may think it was. It's an important part of an agreement. This must have been, in that year, I would have hoped, the largest thing that you bought.
Yes, Judge.
Did you have an MOT for it?
Yes, Judge. I just passed it in the May.
Understood, and I've seen that material. Connor, do you have any special expertise as a mechanic?
No, Judge.
That's important. You never acquired them in your current work. You have never worked as a mechanic.
No, Judge.
Again, it's important. Did you test drive the vehicle? Did you look at it before you entered into an agreement?
Yes, Judge.
How long did you test drive the vehicle for?
10 minutes or so, Judge.
10 minutes. Was it OK to you?
Seemed okay, Judge, yeah.
Excellent. Did you take anybody to inspect the vehicle who had any kind of experience or knowledge of cars that could tell the difference between an Armani belt and a fan belt?
No, Judge.
Not a sensible thing to do. Agreed?
Yes, Judge.
Now, you negotiated for the car. Did you get in writing how he would pay for it?
We got a verbal agreement, Judge.
Well, I asked you whether you got it in writing. The answer is no. Do you understand? I hereby agree is not in writing. Why not?
Because I trusted him as a friend judge and a colleague.
I understand, it's not very useful. Don't be stupid. Stay and watch the best Judge Rinder moments. And I'm talking. Understood? Don't be a moron. Subscribe to Judge Rinder YouTube channel. Right now. That's an order.